Mr. Lamang, teacher lapha eManyano. I'm teaching iXhosa at Life Foundation from grade 8 to grade 12. I'm a coordinator feeding scheme. Feeding scheme, I can say, is one of a project of dealing with the alleviation of poverty, because our learners are coming from a background as poor. It was an initiative of Hulumende, but abantwana they come to school hungry, and therefore they cannot learn or cannot teach a child empty stomach. And that was the initial of the local government, that abantwana they must be fed at school so that at least they can cope with the tuition of their education during the day.
Zilist abatya ngazo eziyaqwa lona ngu12B, so abantwana batya bebayi10 zisenim zabo ke ngoku. So xa befika sifunda ngokwesenim zabo, but kuba ngokubhala ugrade 12 si-avoida i-noise, baphuma eziklasini nemisi yabo bebayi10, then ke sithathe ngonika la 10 only. But likhona ngoku indaba ene-cheating phakathi, kufuneka ke ngoku sibale inani, because nabanye bayaphuma bazokutya kuba kumnandi ukutya okuphekwa ngumama zekitchen. Bebekade bengafuna ubhalisa for uba bazotya ngoba bayava ngabana kutsho kamnandi ukutya.
Allocation is done by the government. They only came to us and tell us that's how much they can afford. You see, like for instance, saying that they can only sponsor to us 34 Landuga loaves, you see, per day, and the 10 bags of rice, 10 bags of soya. That's why. Then what we do, you see, after that, you see, we check, you see, the learners, we just assess. Abona, although but we're trying just to minimize the number so that izokwazi ba okutya sikufumanayo ukwazi ukumelana nako.
In terms of what the nutrition program is, this program was started as an initiative by the government in 1994. They decided that it's a good opportunity to start a school feeding program, which at the time was aimed at primary schools, so it was then called the Primary School Nutrition Program. Well, the target or the learners that are targeted in the feeding or the nutrition program, as we call it, are learners in the poorest poverty quintile schools. So in each of the provinces you basically have schools divided into different poverty quintiles. Quintiles 1 would be the lowest. So the focus in terms of the program is the quintile 1, 2 and 3 primary school learners. We are now advancing also into secondary schools, so and we want to do that over 3 years. Well, in terms of the food that we serve and the healthiness thereof and the decision taken, let me start with the decision. All menus in the provinces or that provinces use are nationally produced and nationally approved. So we receive those menus. We've got about 14 menus. In terms of healthy foods, we approve the types of products that the service providers distribute to schools. We check whether it meets the bid specification requirements. So in that way, we have very little in the line of problems with the quality of food, because in addition to that, we visit the warehouses as well. So overall, we are succeeding in making sure that the children receive good food that complies to the bid specifications, but also to taste. Obviously, when you find something not happening, we take that as a case and we take it up with the service provider.
Ndiyathanda ukutya lapha esikolweni, kumnandi ne-rice, umngqusho nomngqusho. Ukutya lapha esikolweni sikutya oko kuba kumnandi. Siyakuthanda ukutya apha ekhitshini kuba kumnandi. Ngomivula sitya isuphu ne-rice, ngolwezibini sitya isonka nesuphu, ngolwezithathu sitya umngqusho, siphinde ngolwesine sitya isuphu ne-rice. Mna ndithanda umngqusho.
All right. Well, let me just come back to vegetables. Vegetables you may not have seen because our vegetables are dehydrated vegetables. You find them in the soil. Now, that mainly relates to price. Because when you have a fresh fruit delivered to a school, it means it must be delivered to each school out there. And we need to stick to a budget that we can afford. In other words, we must try and keep all the learners in the program and at the same time give them the best deal. At high schools, we're going to introduce a fruit. Well, we're now planning to have fruit 2 days a week. We also have another day for the Nutri-Aid drink, for the high energy drink. With the primary schools, it's still a case of price. If we put in a fruit, which is great and we agree to it, it is very costly to deliver that weekly to schools. And so we don't want to compromise cutting down on quantity to be able to compensate and get more variety. We are now preparing for a new bid. So we are looking at the primary school menus. Once again, I'm talking about the prioritized schools. Unfortunately, with the other schools falling outside of that, we will not be able to advance to very expensive menus because they're not part of the minimum requirement.